And we're back. Paul here with another Hall of Code lesson. Let's dive right in. We're going to be looking at HTML semantics, which is how you lay out your web page. Up until now, we've covered a lot of different parts of HTML and CSS, but we haven't really talked about how your website should be laid out. And common semantic tags is a great way to lay out your website. So we're going to cover header, which is the top of the page, the nav section, which is the navigation or menu links, the main section, which covers the main content. We'll cover the section, which is a logical grouping of content, also the article, which is like a blog post, the aside, which is sort of like side information, and then also we'll cover the footer, which is at the bottom. We're going to start in HTML and cover the header section. And we'll say Flexbox and Semantics. We'll call this nav and unordered list, and inside that we'll have some list items. Okay, we're going to copy and paste. We'll go home, about, and contact. Home, about, contact. All right. Now we're going to go to CSS, and we're going to style the header and the nav. So far in CSS, I have my universal styling right here with the star. I did also have some style in the body, but we're going to pick up here in the header. And we're going to style the header with a background color. Okay. And we'll say color, add some padding, and text align. Okay. Now we're going to style the nav. And we'll go list, style, and we'll say none. And that gets rid of the bullets. We'll go margin top, 10 pixels, display flex, and that's going to move them side by side. And we'll go justify content center, which moves everything to the center. Now let's add some style to the list items. We'll say margin, 0 pixels, 10 pixels. And then we're going to add some style to the links. And we'll say color white, text decoration none, and we'll go font weight bold. Now you can see our navigation and header over here. Let's go back and add more to the HTML. We're going to add the main section, and inside that we'll have a section. We'll give it a class name, of content area. Right, and then inside of that we're going to make an article and add an H2. We'll call this why use semantic HTML, and then we'll add a paragraph tag. It improves stability, SEO, and makes your code easier to read. And then we're going to add another paragraph. I'm just going to put some dummy text of about 80 words of dummy text. Okay, so we're going to copy this article here, right here. I'm going to copy this, and then I am going to paste a second article. Okay, we're going to call this Flexbox Basics. Okay. And then we're going to change this paragraph right here. And we'll say Flexbox is a CSS layout model that lets you align items in rows and columns. Okay. So we have two articles, okay? So, and that's in the section. So after your second article, you're gonna close the section out, and then we're gonna go right here, and we're gonna add a side. We'll go H3. We'll say quick tips. And we'll go unordered list items. We'll say use semantic tags when possible. And then we'll go another list item, and we'll say use Flexbox to arrange items. That's what you have in the aside. And then we're going to close the main here. So the main is now closed. And then underneath the main, we're going to create a footer. And inside the footer, we're going to make a paragraph, and we'll type this symbol to create the copyright symbol. So this right here creates the copyright symbol. And then we'll just say 2025 Flexbox and semantic tutorial. All right. Now let's go back to CSS and style the main section. And we're going to give it some padding and a background color. Okay. And then we're going to style the content area. And we're going to say Flex 3. And we're going to say padding right 20 pixels. Okay. And then we're going to style the article. And in the article, we're going to style background color white. And we're going to add some padding, 15 pixels, margin bottom of 20 pixels, and border radius of 5 pixels. Okay, and then after that, we're going to style the aside section. We'll say flex 1, background color. Okay, and we'll give it some padding, 15 pixels, and we'll go border left. We'll say 2 pixels, solid, and we'll give it a color. And then finally, we'll style the footer. Say background color. All right. Pixels of padding and margin top of 20 pixels. And there you have a Flexbox and Semantics website.